Hello. Do you feel embarrassed when you're out in public with your fake Rolex and someone asks you the time, but you can't read it because you're a giant poser? Well, worry no more. Today I'll show you how to read and set the time on any analog clock. As a longtime watch time setter and reader, I will help you look less like a tool and more like a professional equipped with the skills to benefit and impress everyone around you, including yourself, when it comes to needing the time. I will be covering the main components of an analog watch, reading and setting the time, and proper maintenance and care for your analog clock or watch. Now that we've set the stage, it's time to dive into the world of analog watches. Here is an analog wristwatch. This is what we would call the watch face. In this case, it is a round watch face. It could be any shape, round or square, so long as it is a surface displaying the time. It consists of hands, and markers, and these markers could include some type of numeral or indication to tell you and more accurately indicate the time. First, we have the hour hand. This, you will notice, is the shorter hand of the two. And then this hand indicates the hours. Then we have the minute hand, the longer hand indicating the minutes. And if you notice, we have an even third hand here, the thinner of the three. And this hand is used for tracking the seconds. Next, we will have the crown. The crown is a small knob on the side of the watch used for setting the time. It may have various positions for setting the time and date. For some examples, the farther inward, it can set the date, and the farther outward can set the time. Now that you understand the components, let's move on to the art of reading and setting the time. First, we'll identify the hour hand's position. So as you can tell, the hour hand is set at 3 o'clock. And we would know this is 3 o'clock because each marker is in a 12-hour format. 12, 1, 2, 3. Next, we'll note the minute hand position. Right now, it is on the 12. Now, we know there are 60 minutes in an hour, and each indicator is a 5-minute increments. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on around the surface. Next, we will begin to set the time. First, we'll pull the crown all the way out, and then we can set the time, say 4:30. Well, we know that because these are in 5-minute increments, 3:30, these are in 5-minute increments, we'll set it to 3:30. I'll go clockwise. Now we are at 3:30. Set the correct time. Next, we will, and now say we want to move it to 4 o'clock. We will continue. To 4 o'clock. And just like that, we've set the time. With the time set, let's explore how to maintain and care for your analog timepiece. First, when it comes to cleaning, always use a soft, lint-free cloth to clean the watch face and case, and always avoid, always avoid submerging the watch unless it is explicitly designed for water resistance. When you store your watch, be sure to store it in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight, and always, if you have it, consider using a watch box or pouch to prevent scratches. Periodically, always get your watch serviced by a professional, maintain accuracy of the time, and if it's battery powered, you may need to replace the batteries. Well, it's time to wrap things up. As the saying goes, every minute counts, and now you have the knowledge and skills to make each minute count. You should now be able to not only read and set the time, but also understand the main components as well as maintaining and caring for your analog clock watch. So the next time you're wearing your beautifully made Chinese replicated Rolex, you won't embarrass yourself, as you can now use your tool instead of looking like one. Thank you.